Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Eve's Eye Show. Akwaba. We are in the hearts of the motherland. As I always tell people, never underestimate Africa and do your research on the motherland. We are gradually taking over. Today, I have a special person. He's from the hearts of Africa, but he goes around dipping into different countries. But today, he's settled in Accra, and I have to my right, introduce yourself.
Thank you for the introduction. My name is Lang. I'm from Cameroon, but I grew up in Washington, D.C. and also in New York City.
New York City. So you grew up in Washington and grew up in New York City.
Yeah, I would say that my younger years were like in Washington, D.C. and then in New York was like when I was an adult. That's where I learned adulting.
That's where you learned adulting?
Yeah.
I see. So where's most of your family?
Most of them are in the States and in Cameroon.
Cameroon.
Yeah.
Okay, so have you been, visiting Cameroon, getting to know the culture out there?
Yes, I've been visiting Cameroon my entire life. I feel like I'm very much in touch with it. So, but yeah, I feel like I consider myself Cameroonian, but I also consider myself just African.
African, I like that, yes. So give me a little bit of Cameroon, what are your colors? What represents Cameroon?
Our flag colors,
yes,
they're similar to Ghana's own, except our order is different. It's green, red, yellow.
Green, red, yellow.
Yellow star.
Yellow star? Also, wait, Cameroon and Ghana have the same looking logo?
Star, the yellow star.
And we have a black.
Yeah, but our flag, the colors are vertical.
Vertical, okay.
You guys is on horizontal.
Horizontal, yes. So today, I can see you've been coming to Ghana in and out. What brings you to the motherland? You've been to a lot of places around the globe. What's the Ghana vibe giving you?
So right now, I would consider Ghana to be my base. I really enjoy it here. It's very calm. It's very peaceful. Yeah, it's just a nice place to be very honest. So I would consider Accra my base right now. But I'm still working. I work remotely. I've been working remotely for most of my adult working career. So yeah, I'm just, enjoying the vibe here, getting work done at the same time.
Yes.
Trying to make some money.
Hey, try to make some money. Show money. So what career path are you in that, let's say, brings you to this land and brings you to the world?
So basically, I'm into management. I would say artist and brand management, but also just like general entertainment management.
Okay.
Some of the work that I do. Number one, I have a blog. It's called WIZKID News.
So you give us WIZKID News?
Yes.
Oh, Wheezy, baby.
So that's, one of my main focuses. In addition to that, I'm on the artist management side as well. So I do work with Wiz. I work assisting the management team. Then I also work with my own client, Izzy Odigye. She's a choreographer, she's Nigerian American. She's based between like Lagos and New York City. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Then I have various other things that I do on the side, but like those are like the primary.
Right.
Yeah, that's the primary stuff.
Dope. You know what's also, I'm hearing more artist management. What does it entail, and what if someone's watching and they want to also be discovered and want a management? What's the process they would have to go through to just be surrounded by you?
Well, artist management to me is just about having someone on your team as an artist or as a talent who basically is helping you take care of your business affairs, right? So they're working with you. At the end of the day, you're in charge as the artist, as the talent, but this manager is also someone that you sort of like give, some power to also lead the ship and also to keep the ship sailing. So yeah, that's pretty much the role. I think all artists should try and get managers. To be very honest, you can meet them. Sometimes you already know the person. You don't even know that that's the person who could do it. I just feel like it just takes some organization, takes someone that you can cooperate with, takes someone who's, who has some sort of level of people skills, negotiation skills, that sort of a thing. And yeah, like if you have a good relationship with that person and you trust them, I think you should go ahead and say, look, can we make this work? Find some way to fairly compensate each other, and then yeah, you make it work.
I like what you said, fairly compensate each other.
Yes.
That's a big thing when it comes to management.
Yes.
And so I feel like a lot of people want to know what will it take, when is an artist ready before they can probably, let's say, reach out to someone like you.
I think, to be very honest, it's just about you just knowing when, like, where you are. Like, I feel like if you're very conscious about how things are moving in your career, you'll realize that you've reached a certain stage where maybe you can't do everything by yourself, or maybe you need an extra set of hands, and then that's where you start, liaising to find someone who can be your manager. Yeah, but at the end of the day, if anyone is coming to work with you, you have to find a way for it to benefit them as well.
Right.
So it's just like, okay, what work are they bringing to the table? And then also, like, what are you giving them in return, for that work? So it's very important, and that's like, to be very honest, it's a fair exchange. You have to make that, to make any business relationship, any relationship in life very fruitful. There has to be some exchange of some sort. So as long as it's done fairly, you have a real good, healthy artist-manager relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
So I want to get to know more about you and everything you're doing right now. Have you gotten to the destination in which you're trying to thrive in?
No, I would say that I'm still very much working on it. I feel like my life is just one big working process all the time, because even when I get to, a certain stage, say I've gotten to stage Z, and then like, you see another road down there and you're like, oh wow, I want to get to that. So then now point Z becomes point A, and then you're working again towards, another finish line. So yeah, I would say that I am not where I want to be at, but I'm getting there.
You're pushing.
I'm pushing it, yeah,
Yes.
I'm pushing it. But I'm very grateful, and that I have certain things working for me at this present moment in time. I think my blog is running very well. I have a fantastic team working with me. The Starboy management team is also moving very well.
Wow.
We have a really good team as well. Even with Izzy as well, she's thriving, and I'm happy that things are moving for her and things are moving for us, even too, as a duo. And yeah,
That's so dope.
Happy,
It's so dope. And the fact that you're also fairly young, doing this with Starboy, WIZKID, it's actually one to say you're tapping into something which a lot of people did not tap into in our fair ages. Back then, our parents would probably be like, "Why are you doing this? Get this." But did your parents ever, question your, field?
Yes, they did. But it wasn't questioning it in terms of trying to, make me not do it or try and derail me from it. I think it was just more so questioning as far as just putting pressure on me, like, you're becoming an adult, you're becoming responsible for yourself, so make sure you're doing something that obviously you can do that. You can be responsible for yourself, and then obviously maybe one day you want to have a family, you should be able to take care of them as well.
Right.
So it's just about, like, sometimes the challenges that we have from our African parents, I don't look at them sometimes as much like, oh, we don't want you to do this, so we want you to do that versus that. It's more so just like, whatever you're doing, just be serious about it and make sure that you're able to make a living for yourself, take care of yourself, and yeah, if you have a family, take care of your family. Simple.
Okay,
Yeah.
So there's this term that everyone's saying right now. It's a very big term. I think you probably have used the word before, and everyone's saying for the culture. What does for the culture mean to you, and is Africa doing it for the culture?
For the culture means to me is just, we live in as much as we're all individuals, we're all part of a community, and everyone has to just do their part in whichever way, in whichever facet that is, to just grow the community, to grow the culture, because when that happens, then everybody else, including yourself, benefits, and that can mean more money, that can mean more opportunities, that can mean, bigger teams, that can mean bigger events, that can mean, just bigger platforms, that can mean bigger budgets, that just means a lot of things. So when I hear for the culture, I just hear doing what it is that you have to do for yourself, making sure that you're doing what you got to do for yourself, but then also for like the community at large, and then just making the two sync, Yeah.
Yes, nice. So I know someone's probably like, we love what you're saying, but what is it like working with the biggest act right now, WIZKID? He's one of the most international artists alive. And he's been doing this for a consistent amount of years, and now your team and his team, what is it like?
Oh, I would say more than anything is just inspiring. I think working with WIZKID has been like probably one of the most fruitful experiences that I've had in my life. Just given the fact of who he is, obviously, you know, the stature where he's at right now. If you just think about where he's come from to where he's gotten to now, and how even at this stage he's still pushing and he's still thriving for more for himself, but also for just the future of African music, African entertainment. It's very inspiring, and just by nature of working with him, you just feel motivated that like, okay, you know, I have to be the best, we have to be the best, we have to try our best to give people something that's new, something that's fresh, something that's like, you know, just presenting ourselves in the best way possible. So I like working with him in that regard, where it's just like, you just feel motivated like all the time, just by nature of being on the team, that, you know what, I want to do my best, put my best foot forward, and we want to win. We want to do great things. We want to grow the culture. You know, we want to just
be the culture. Yeah. Is there a lot of sleepless nights?
Yes, of course. Of course.
What are some of the hours that go into this that, let's say, the public don't see? You know,
I mean,
because to sell out places like that, that looks like a lot of non-sleep.
Yeah, I mean, we work around the clock. I mean, like I said, it's very inspiring. You have someone like Wiz who's in the studio 24/7 every single day. You know, some people may think that sounds cliche or something, but it's a real life thing. Like, he's in the studio every day, all the time, 24/7. Like, that's his job. So
literally,
when you have someone who's doing that, then you as a team supporting him, you guys also have to think like, we have to be on our P's and Q's, we have to be on our ones. So we're working around the clock. You know, like I said, it just means you got to put your best foot forward. Whatever way that is, just make sure you're doing your best for the betterment of yourself, for the betterment of the team, and, you know, things will happen.
All right. So you know what I'm going to do?
What do you
Because after this interview, I know many people are going to ask me, how can I get in that position, Eve? Promise me from here that you'll take one person after this under your management.
Sure. I mean, I'm working with people, but sure.
I'm going to pull strings for you people, for the culture. Sure. Yes. Sure. So, yes. I'll obviously do a great evaluation before, you know, presenting.
Yeah, of
course. Yes.
I just like working with serious people. Simple. Like working with serious people. If you're serious, we can be serious together. We can make things happen. It's got to be beneficial for you. It's got to be beneficial for me. I'm all for it.
Pocket-wise.
Of course, always.
Yes. So here comes the part where I always try to dig deep with you. You know, you're in the entertainment business. You're going to leave a mark. What's your legacy after this all comes to fruition?
I would say that my number one thing, especially in the role of like management, just because I deal with a lot of people, I always just want to make sure that like when I deal with people, as much as I'm trying to get X, Y, and Z done, I'm also like leaving a good like a good mark on someone. You know, like someone would think like, oh, working with Lang was good. You know, working with Lang was, you know, I learned something, or learning with Lang was inspiring. You know, that's my whole thing. I just want people to know that when they had whatever interaction they had with me, I was about my business. You know, I was just, I was about the business. That's my number one thing. And I just want people to know that, like, hey, like if you take it seriously, you can be successful. You can, you know, make this a career. You can do greater things, you know, outside of it or even within it. Like, I just want people to know that, Lang, it was nice working with you. I had a good time. And yeah, I want to be like you, or I want to take some things that I learned from you and apply it to my own stuff. That's it. Just want to leave a good taste in people's mouth.
That sounds amazing. So, you know, Lang was, you know, traveling here and there. Your next destination, please, because you know that location thing. We need to know where the next place is.
We're moving all the time. I mean, the next location right now is London. I'm going for a week-long meeting that I have with the creative director out there. So it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of work. But yeah, hoping it's going to be a successful week.
Yes. All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Africa.
Very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for watching. Follow him on all his social medias, Lang. I hope I'm saying it right. Lang.
Yeah, it's Lang, but it's my full name on my social media. It's Langmia.
Langmia. What do you say?
Langmia.
How do you say it?
Langmia.
Langmia. Langmia. It was nice meeting you.
Thank you so
More
much.
blessings.
I
May the good
appreciate you.
Lord be with you.
Oh,
I
yes.
can see the greatness of the Most High upon your life. Don't ever stop, because where you're going is going to be a prince of Africa.
Amen.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Stay blessed, everyone.